Since the attack on Charlie Hebdo on January 7th, there have been many questions on what it is really okay to show and what should be censored in media. The question rises, is what the Charlie Hebdo paper did right or wrong? In case you didn't know, the Charlie Hebdo incident occurred in France on January 7th, where terrorists opened fire on several workers of the Charlie Hebdo magazine publication, killing 12, and has been the deadliest terrorist attack in France since the 1961 train bombing. Since then, it has caused outrage amongst both the Muslim world and the advocates of free speech, with Muslims not outraged at the publication of Muhammad, but at the terrorists using their faith as an excuse to kill people. To them, it gives Islam a bad name.
I think, I understand why people who are Islamic would be offended by the use of that image. It's a complicated issue. I don't think there's an easy answer. I would never use the image of Muhammad because I would want to be respectful of people's beliefs. Like in my religion class, I don't use that image in my PowerPoints per se, but I would defend the right for free speech on the part of news organizations to do whatever. I want to censor them in any way.
Since the attack on January 11th, 2 million people and 40 world leaders met in France for a rally for international unity with the Charlie Hebdo publication. The publication has since continued to publish the magazine with the image of Muhammad on the cover.
I think people are going to continue to have their feathers ruffled and point and blame and do those types of things. The freedom of the press is one of our foundation principles in this country and in many Western cultures. And when that's attacked, it's an attack on an entire culture instead of just one group of people. And I think that there will be fallout from this. I think editors especially will think more about kind of the fallout of what they print. Should it have a chilling effect? Absolutely not. But, again, just because we can doesn't mean we should.
The incident has brought up many questions about free speech. Do we have enough free speech, or do we need even more?
I think you should be able to say whatever you want. Just so long as you aren't purposely inciting violence or trying to get a reaction, violent reaction out of people. I think we deserve more than what we have now. I don't think, we should have the government regulating what we can and can't say, as far as censorship goes on TVs and newspapers and stuff. That should be up to the individual.
The incident was a terrible tragedy, but it has opened up new discussions about the length and limits of freedom of speech and how it affects the futures of both press and our daily lives. For HSE TV, this has been Kyle Lambert, Grant Johnson, Max Carlson, and Lexi Sheely.